welcome in. It is day 356, and you're speaking to the Meeple's Champion. And today we're going to be going over a little game that I got to test try this year at PAX East. The game is called Dogfight. Rule the skies in 20 minutes. Now the game is very simple, and the name isn't lying. It's going to take 20 minutes max. It's a fast game. You have a double-sided board, so you can pick either side to play on, and it's a two-player game. And you have multiple different types of planes you can pick from, all that have different levels of health, number of dice, or number of pulls from the bag, as this is a game that's a bag builder, or I should say this is a game that's a bag puller. You take all of the required pieces for your plane and you throw them in the bag. You're going to end up with roughly 15, maybe 16 of them. Then you're going to pull out 6 of them. Those are going to be hidden behind your area, and now, when it's your turn, you and your opponent at the same time will pick one and put them face down on the board. Then you reveal. This is going to give amount of space that you'll move and a power amount to it, meaning the amount that they can go and hit the other plane for. Now, you're going to simultaneously move your planes, and then, based on 1, who's the one that's in danger, and 2, is there even anybody in danger, you're going to then see where the damage lies. You're going to do 5 of these out of the 6 that you drew. And at the end of those, you'll then be looking at 1, did somebody get shot down? 2, before somebody was shot down, were they able to retreat? Basically, did they decide to give in and give you a free point? You'll have multiple rounds and you'll be getting points based on every time you shoot somebody down, if somebody ends up giving up, if there's a tie. And once you get to the end of the game, whoever has the most points wins. It's a very simple game. There's not really that much to it. The basic concept of this setup is that you have a big circle, 2 smaller circles, and then color coding. Now, the way that works is that the big circle will have certain colors on it, and if you're on, say, blue, and somebody else is on blue, that means whoever's the person in the behind area, they are able to shoot the other person if their particular token chosen that turn gives the ability to shoot. So if I'm on blue and you're behind me and you're on blue, you can shoot me as long as you have shots on your token. However, if you're on blue and I was the next space ahead of you but it was white, means that I'm probably around a bend and I'm out of your range. Now, during this, you can loop-de-loop. So you have your big circle, but then you also, as you're circling, could choose to come off that and loop-de-loop and go around. So there's 2 loop-de-loops. Each of these on each side of the board have a different setup for the coloring. Usually, one of the loop-de-loops, you can make the shots. The other one, you're just out of range, so the color is made that if you're on it, you're safe. So you have possibilities of going through one of these loop-de-loops, trying to see if you can dodge people, or being unfortunately on the other side of it where, you might be chasing me down, and all of a sudden, just as, you've shot me once, you've shot me twice, I'm in trouble, but the next time coming through, you end up right in the front of the loop-de-loop. I was able to get around, and now I'm behind you, and now you're in my gun sights, and I'm able to turn the tables on you. So it's a really cool concept that was really fun. I was surprised how easy this game was, and yet how competitive it felt. That being said, why don't we jump in, let's talk our 7 categories, and see where this game ends up with us. When it comes to the art, I think that the board is very nice. It reflects the idea of being in the sky and shooting. I think that the box is okay. I don't dislike the box. It just doesn't grab me, but I think that's what this company does. They've put out Caesar and Blitzkrieg and all these other games that seem to have a similar style box front that just doesn't seem to grab me. But I don't think it's a bad art. I think it's just that my personal interest of art isn't lining up with that. But overall, I think the art is good. It's a thumbs up. Components. So you've got your plane, little plastic piece moving around on the top. You got your board, which is obviously a cardboard setup. You've got your tokens, cardboard coming out of there, and your baggies. It's all really good components. Thumbs up. Your price. This game's out there. You're going to find this. I'd say 2 out of 5 board game stores. You're not going to find it in a Barnes & Noble. You're not going to find it in a Target, but you're going to find it online. It's available. It's definitely from a bigger company, and it's only going to go for that range of about maybe $30. That's like max value on this one. It's not a huge game. That's what I like about these guys, is that they don't overdo it and try to make games that are too big. They don't overproduce. They make it so it can be a reasonable cost on the game. So for me, at the cost that you're looking at, 30 or less, thumbs up. Difficulty. This game's great for the idea that it's simple enough that I'd say kids and beginners can definitely play. But the complexity of changing up to double-sided board, 6 different planes with different levels of bag pulling capabilities for number of movement or for attack values, it changes a bunch. So for me, I actually think this game can grab an experienced player. An expert may kind of shy away from this. I think that if you're trying to play a shoot 'em down plane game, the experts have better options. But you're going to get the other 3 categories. Thumbs up. Replayability. It's a 20-minute game. Easily you can play this back to back. It's not one that I may be pulling out every day, but at the same time, this is one you could pull up for your lunch, whether it's school or at work or, during the holiday parties with friends or family. I think this game has replayability in it. Thumbs up. Keys to victory. So the keys are, yes, you randomly pull from the bag. You've selected your plane, you know what your odds are, but now you're randomly pulling from the bag. Now is the situation of how do you utilize what you have? You're using 5 out of the 6 you pulled, but so is your opponent. You have a rough estimate as to what they have. How can you try to counter them? What can you do to put yourself in the best situation? Are you holding out to attack later, or are you trying to get on the attack right off the bat? And maybe you can trick them into conceding before they realize you can't kill them because you don't have enough kill tokens. There's possibilities here. I think there are keys to victory. Thumbs up. Is the game unique? I don't know that I've seen another game really do what this does. I honestly, this is the only game I've played from this particular company. I've never played any of the other games, so I can't speak to those. But to me, based on what I've seen, I just don't think there's another game that is doing the bag pulling, but you're not bag building. You just already have a preset character in the bag, and that you're on the move, trying to catch each other, trying to shoot each other down. Multiple rounds, multiple sides of the board, multiple types of planes. I think that this does feel unique. Thumbs up. Overall, what do I think? It's not what I'm going to go pushing on people. I don't think it's the best game in the world. But I do think that if you're talking about trying to find something simple and quick, this is a fantastic game and it's not too much money. So for me, some people are looking for those games that are under half an hour, and this one fits perfectly into the category. If you're looking for smaller gaming, this is the one I'd recommend. Well, it has been day 356, and we've been speaking about the game Dogfight, Rule the Skies in 20 minutes. And you've been speaking to the Meeple's champion. Like, share, subscribe, and check down below in the description where I'll be adding an Amazon link in case you want to get this game for your collection. And don't forget to jump onto Board Game Arena where you can find me under the Meeple's champion. Send me over a game request, a friend request. I'm on a couple times a day. Until next time, I'll talk to you tomorrow.